What's good, Washington fans? Just wanted to talk about the tight end position today and some free agents. A couple of free agents that I think that could help us at the tight end position now. I think Logan Thomas is tight end number one. That's just how I feel about it. I think he's solidified as that on the Washington football team, and I think he should have been a Pro Bowler in my opinion. I thought he should have made the Pro Bowl over Evan Ingram. I mean, you look at Logan's numbers. I mean, he went off a guy who was a quarterback at Virginia Tech. And then we bring him in. He had 72 catches for 670 yards and 6 touchdowns. I mean, the man went all. He made big play after big play after big play. He had 11 catches in one game. Had a huge catch in the Philly Eagles game. Had a huge touchdown catch in the Steelers game. I mean, he probably was the surprise of the year, in my opinion, other than maybe Cameron Curl. He probably was the surprise of the year. I never would have thought Logan Thomas would have been as good as he is. And especially the contract that he's on, I mean, he's got another year. I think he's on a 2-year deal for like $5 million or something like that. I mean, he was a free agency still. He really was. So as far as free agents goes, at the tight end position, if you didn't know, there's this guy on Twitter. His name is Kennedy Paintner or something like that. I think his name is like Kennedy Paintner. And he rumored us. He said Washington will be in on tight end Hunter Henry if he does not re-sign with the Los Angeles Chargers in a big way. I have confirmed this, and I don't know if this guy is a legit source or not. You know, everybody has their own thing, They say everybody says they're a source, or they have their sources and whatnot. But he did say that they were zeroed in on Kendall Fuller last year, and that came true. So who knows? This guy could be telling the truth, and who knows? We could be going after Hunter Henry. But I'll name 3 free agents, and I'll name an honorable mention that guys that I think can help us at the tight end position. Right now, in my opinion, I think they should be looking for a tight end number 2. I think Logan Thomas is the guy. I think he's that guy. I think he's proved it this year. He did a heck of a job. I mean, he produced basically just as much as Vernon Davis or Jordan Reed did a couple years ago, in my opinion. I thought he did just as good, and he's a willing blocker. He's looking for smoke. He's looking to knock guys out and push guys over. Remember what he did to Ryan Kerrigan in that Lions game when he was on the Lions 2 years ago. So he's looking for smoke out there. So I think Logan Thomas is that guy. We're looking for number 2 receiver, in my opinion. Honorable mention, I'll name 3 guys that I think we really should possibly try to go after. Honorable mention is a guy his name is like Skelly, and he plays for the 49ers. Ross Dwelly is his name, Ross Dwelly. He's 26 years old, had 19 catches for 245 yards and 1 touchdown. He's a restricted free agent, so we're going to have to probably match him. Or the team would probably match our offer, and they would try to keep him. We probably have to outbid the 49ers, which I wouldn't mind. Right now he's on a $750,000 contract. So maybe if we offer like $3 million, that wouldn't be bad at all. That'd be a huge upgrade. Now, keep in mind, we do still have Thaddeus Moss on the roster, Randy Moss's son, who I'm a big fan of. I really hope he plays. I think Jeremy Sprinkle is a free agent, so I highly doubt we resign him. He is. He's an unrestricted free agent, thank goodness. So I highly doubt we re-sign him. We do have Thaddeus Moss, and that's really about it on the roster right now. Maybe Marcus Ball. I got to look that up. But Ross Dwelly would be good. The funny thing is Jordan Reed is an unrestricted free agent. I highly doubt we go after him. He played in 10 games, which is not bad for him. He had 26 catches, 231 yards, and 4 touchdowns. So we already know the story of Jordan Reed. He was on a $1 million contract. So if we did decide to re-sign him, I wouldn't do it because we know his injury history. As a tight end number 3, maybe. Tight end number 2, wouldn't be terrible, but we already know the injury history with him. There's no point in really bringing him back. Jacob Hollister, honorable mention as well. He's an unrestricted free agent for the Seahawks. Had 25 catches, 209 yards. So he's been a solid tight end. He's a tight end number 2. He's definitely not a tight end number 1. Has good hands. I like Mo Alley Cox. He's an exclusive rights free agent, so we probably have to outbid the Colts to get him. He's a local guy. He played basketball at VCU, so I do remember he's a big, strong guy. But let's get to the guys who really, really could help us, who could probably help the Washington football team as a tight end number 2. Gerald Everett from the Los Angeles Rams had 41 catches, 417 yards. He was cutting us up in the game against us. And he had a rushing touchdown. Not against us, but I forgot who they played, but he had a rushing touchdown. It was like a reverse play. The only thing is he does need to improve with his blocking, but he has good hands and he's very athletic. He gets open all the time. He went to South Alabama, so came from a small school, has played really, really well so far in his career. He's been the tight end number 2 for the Rams, and he might be looking for a bigger role. I will offer him maybe like $5 million. If he wants more than that, then I'll probably just go to the draft. But a 3-year, $15 million deal for Gerald Everett would not be bad. He could be the tight end number 2 for Logan Thomas. That would be a great heck of a tight end combo, probably at least top 10 in the NFL for tight end combos. After that is Jonnu Smith. I mean, he's strong as crap and he's fast. Has good hands. I mean, he gets a lot of yards after the catch. Last year he had 41 catches for 448 yards and 8 touchdowns. Played for a playoff team with the Titans. He's gotten better each year. He did have a knee injury, he was out for a year, so maybe durability is a question. But other than that, he's played the majority of his games in his career, coming off of a rookie contract. His market value on Spot Track is about $7 million, or $8 million. So he might be looking for more than that. But yeah, I wouldn't go anything higher than about 7 or 8 with Jonnu Smith. I think he's been good, but he hasn't really wowed anybody. But no, I mean, he's wowed some people because he had like a big 80-yard catch one time, just like ran all the way down for a touchdown. So I mean, he's up there. He's up there. I'm just not. I wouldn't be willing to go over $8 million or $7 million for Jonnu Smith. Jared Cook is old. He's 34 years old. 37 catches for 504 yards, 7 touchdowns. Played with the Saints for a couple years with Drew Brees. So he's on the older side, but he's been really productive. 2-time Pro Bowler. Played with the Oakland Raiders before. And he wouldn't be a bad option, but I think we want younger guys. We want guys who are like 28 and younger, in my opinion. Hunter Henry is at the top of the list. Like I said, we are rumored to be connected to Hunter Henry. He was franchise tagged last year. Maybe we could have went after him. He did miss. He tore his ACL and missed 1 year. I think that was like 2 years ago. Had 4 touchdowns last year, 60 catches for 613 yards. He's been a stat sheet stuffer at the tight end position. He was a safety blanket for Justin Herbert this past year, and played really, really well with Phillip Rivers in the last couple of years too. So, and he has really good speed. He's a yards after the catch guy too. Has good hands. Has no trouble getting open. So he would be he's just as good, if not better, than Logan Thomas. That if we had them together, we would definitely be a top 5 tight end combo in the NFL for sure. So, but he's looking for about $10 million. I was reading somewhere he might get a $12 million contract from the Chargers to stay with them. So we will see, man. Those are the tight end options right there. Like I said, Jordan Reed is an option. He's not really an option, but he is unrestricted free agent. Tyler Eifert, he's 31. He's older, 36 catches for 349 yards. I remember a lot of people wanted him last year. Tyler Kroft for the Buffalo Bills is an unrestricted free agent. So, but really, the only 3 guys I would really target is Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith, and Gerald Everett. Those are the only 3 guys I would really target a free agent. Maybe Trey Burton. He's a low-key guy. He played for the Colts this past year. He had 28 catches. So he had a decent year, actually. So those are only guys I would really go after right now. But and Richard Rodgers is a free agent too. He played for us. He actually had a good season this year though. He actually did. But I wouldn't bring him back personally. I wouldn't bring him back. Yeah, Trey Burton had a good year this year, 250 yards catching. So those are some of the free agents. James Osanasi. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but yeah. So not many options out there. So you guys let me know what you guys think, the tight ends that we should take a look after in free agency. And make sure you guys check out the stream from last night with DMV Sports Zone and Street Scores. Had a blast with those guys. 2 of the best Washington football YouTubers. Make sure you guys check them out. I'll put their link down in the description once again. Make sure you guys sub them up. Hail to the football team. Peace.